Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to another Shadolance review. Today we are getting to the P90 SE. I recently did the P90 review. Thought I might as well go ahead and do this one since I'm obviously high enough rank to do it. So let's dive right in. This gun is pretty much accessed later points of the game, Kernel 5, so you're way up there. This is one of the next to last guns you get. At BG you get the Air Force, that M107 variant, and also the M416 camo. Although the regular M416 is generally better because you can upgrade the stats. And the same is going to go with the P90 versus the P90 SE. They're pretty much the same kind of drill there. So if I look at the P90 SE, the overall stats, and this is a non-customizable gun, damage of 35, portability of 73, rate of fire of 82, accuracy of 76, and recoil of 72. It's fully automatic just like the regular P90, no burst mode, which actually I think would be kind of cool on the P90 series given the low recoil. And you can put a suppressor on it. Now, like with the regular P90, I would say you might as well go ahead and put an S3 suppressor on it if you're looking forward to it, if you're kind of that suppressory person. I like putting suppressors in my guns. It makes base raping easier. And one thing that's nice about the P90 series, if you haven't seen my other P90 reviews, is that this series is well known for having massive magazine sizes of 50 of 50. Now, that also does limit, as I said in my P90 review, that you don't have the total of 120 shots that the other SMG series typically have, excluding the PP19 and a few other select ones. So you are limited by not having the extra 20 shots, but you get 50 shots per magazine. The only real increase between the P90 and the P90 SE is that the SE has a noticeably faster reload rate. So that's kind of cool. Overall, it's not as good in my opinion because you can't customize the damage and get it up to 38 there. The damage drop off on the GP guns are not as good as the NX variant, although that's kind of expected. That's the one real big perk, besides being able to select your own scope that I'll get to in a minute, that you get when you buy the NX variants and you get the P90 TRSE, the Vipers, and all that stuff. The Vipers is a little bit different because it has even more ammo. It has 60 of 60, so you don't lose any, but that's a whole different story there. The P90 SE, like I said before, has the same scope as the P90, and if you get the TR variants, then you're able to put on your own scope. And as I mentioned in the P90 review, which I actually honestly highly suggest you guys go check out, because if you want extra info on the SE, might as well go watch it. They're very, very similar, excluding the reload rate. I honestly can't notice a whole lot of a difference. That's why I carried them both into this game, so yeah, not really a big difference there. P90 SE, it looks flashier, it's cooler. I do prefer having that scope, although I will take the P90, the regular one, over the P90 SE, just so that I can boost the stats. So it really is that. And honestly, the reload rate, although it is noticeably faster, the stats are more important in my opinion, although that is entirely a style of gameplay choice. If you think you can still land your shots, that's great. The P90 series is well known for having very low damage drop-off, and like I said, it gets better with the NX variants, but even the GP ones have relatively low damage drop-off, so you're able to still do close to 35 damage, even at longer ranges. You should be doing no less than 15 damage at any range, so that's just assuming that you're not fighting a Hauser, because I've actually never really tested this against a Hauser despite all the time I've spent playing this game, which, if I am quite frank, is kind of sad. But just going into this, EU, you get this at Lieutenant Colonel 5, so you have access to this gun a lot sooner. I don't know the ranks of all the guns on EU off the top of my head. I know quite a few from Russia, because I also play Russia, but I don't know a whole lot about the EU ones off the top of my head, but apparently it's available LTC5, so if you guys are able to get that, that's pretty cool. The P90 series, as I mentioned before, does have a very unique scope that no other gun in the game has. I kind of wish I could buy it so I could put it on an assault rifle, because quite frankly, I like this kind of ACOG scope a lot better than a lot of the ones that you see on assault rifles, and I think it would fit well on other SMGs. I feel like if the PP19 had this, or maybe even the UMP45, although that might have a bit too much recoil, just to have it on those kind of guns, because I think it'd be really useful to have. I think if you could put this on the Magpul, it would just become broke and stupid, because it has so little recoil. The Barapi has too much side-to-side sway, but that's just a personal preference. So overall, this gun is available for over 1,600 GP a day, whereas the regular P90 for 7 days is about 5,400, so quite a big difference. For 7 days, the SE is over 8,000 GP, so it's quite a bit more expensive just for that faster reload rate. In my opinion, it's not worth it. Stick with your regular P90. I would say if you've used the P90 before, you kind of used the SE. They perform pretty much the same way. Not a whole lot of other difference, but thank you guys for watching this review. Please rate, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook group in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next review. Shadolance out.